Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today I shall be attempting to take this Corvette Stingray from shabby to shiny. Now underneath it actually reads that it's a Corvette Grand Sport, which I don't know whether that's a different name, a true name, or whatever it is, but to me this is a Corvette Stingray, and one of the, I guess, my favourite American cars of all time. This one's seen some modification. It looks like it's in like a race mode with some wide arches and big wheels and kind of exhaust on the sides and everything. So yeah, very cool. And I thought this one will be ripe for a kind of custom, you know, some kind of something different that reminded me from when I was a child. But remember, 2,000 likes on this video and this car could be coming to you. We start by drilling down the centre of the posts, remove the flange and tap those holes. 2 holes on this car, so remember to lubricate the end of your piece. You do not want to snap that. And using my very handy vise, this one doesn't roll very well. It's only got 2 wheels. I have no idea how a child manages to snap the wheels off on a car like this. I just, you know, but there we are. The only thing I dislike about this car is I don't know what these are on the back. To me, a Corvette should have 4 brake lights. So I'm going to kind of attempt to take out all of those others. But a beautiful design. As I mentioned, underneath it reads Matchbox Corvette Grand Sport. Matchbox International Limited, made in Thailand, 1989. So I'd have been 6 years old when this one came out, in my kind of, I guess, car playing prime, you know. So this one is quite dear to me. And I'll just pop off the base to see what we're playing with. And I'll pop these wheels into my spare parts. This will be getting an upgrade today with a wheel swap, something more appropriate in my opinion. Now this one's got the chrome interior. Normally I don't like the chrome interiors, but actually on this car I quite liked it, and I'm going to keep that today. And then we've got the glass here in good condition. Thankfully no scratches, no cracks, so that'll be getting a clean up and a polish later on. But let's get this casting now into the caustic soda. So I'll use my foot-long hot dog jar, cover the casting in some boiling water, and in with a tablespoon of caustic soda. Give it a little swirl. For some reason, I'm not too sure why, but the caustic soda kept on sinking to the bottom of the glass. It wasn't really dissolving today. Very odd. But yeah, being one of the newer ones, bearing in mind this is still 30 years old. I know it's not as old as, you know, some of the old Lesney stuffs and so on, but this is still an old casting. And it certainly took a little bit longer than, I guess, some of the older stuffs for the paint to come off. But the interior there, whilst we wait, just gets a little bath, and then it's now 10 minutes or so later, flushed down the sink, and here we have the casting without a single speck of paint. You can kind of see those holes around the back better now, but I'll be using Ella's tool to give it a good buff up, and I think you'll agree that looks pretty dandy. And at this point, I didn't have a clue what colour to paint it. It was only then, when I see it in that kind of clean condition, that I thought I should paint this silver. And then I remembered, actually, one car that I see as a kid. But like I say, I'm going to fill in these holes. Now, this stuff does shrink, so you will see kind of like some indentation. But for the most part, those holes have been removed. But yeah. A little bit different on today. I went straight with, like I say, the silver paint. If I hadn't have needed to have filled in those holes in the back, then I would have possibly have gone straight with, you know, really buffing it up nice, and then going straight with the kind of what's it called? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll hold off and I'll show you. Now there was a car growing up. I'm even still now trying to think about what it was. Basically, it was a Corvette Stingray, but it was silver, but underneath it was blue. Like, it had a blue fade. So there now, I've put the lacquer over it, so it's all nice and shiny, but I wanted to try and replicate from 30 years ago, my memory, this kind of like a blue fade from underneath, almost like a shark. Although I guess it would have been like an upside down shark, because sharks are lighter underneath and darker on top. But I remember this one and thinking, wow, that looks like a shark, because it, like I say, it was silver on the top with like a blue fade underneath. And yeah, a bit of a pig to try and do it whilst on camera. Obviously I don't want to try and get this blue towards the top of the car, and I just want a nice gradual fade around a 50% up. But whilst that dries, we've got all the kind of plastics now, all nice and clean, and the windscreen will just get the dip in the Pledge Revive It solution, and then I'll leave it overnight to dry. And this is the following day now. So this is the silver with the lacquer and the blue fade, which I absolutely love, and like I say, it reminds me of a particular car when I was a child, so please do comment below if you know which one it is. But I've started to add some details now. Here are the wheels which suit, and I've chromed those exhausts, which would have been just in black previously. The windscreen there come out pretty good, and then the, like I say, the interior I'm just going to leave in chrome today, but as a little reminder of what she looked like. And this is the result. I love this little car. I've said it a few times, it reminds me of a particular car when I was a child. Silver on the top, blue fade from the bottom, and those, they're like gills on the back there that I've kind of painted in the black. Got the, obviously the red in the brake lights, which to me should only have a total of 4, not, I don't know how many there was, 10, 12. A little bit of other little details, kind of a little bit of a chrome dotted here and there. But otherwise, I love this little car. And a reminder, 2,000 likes, this one could be yours. A little bit of white there on the front kind of spotlights, and a little bit of black Citadel Nuln Oil in the grille for a bit of realism. Beautiful. But anyway, just want to thank my patrons. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next one.